Assalamu alaikum. 1 p.m. This is Bangladesh Betar. The news read by Sheikh Saadi. A delegation-level discussion was held between Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and French President Emmanuel Macron at Prime Minister's office today. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina led Bangladesh side and French President Emmanuel Macron led the French delegation at the talks. During the meeting, they discussed various national and international issues related to bilateral interests. A tete-a-tete meeting was also held between Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and French President Emmanuel Macron before the delegation-level talks. Earlier, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina welcomed French President Emmanuel Macron at the Prime Minister's office. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has said the new strategic move between Bangladesh and France will play an effective role in establishing regional and global stability and peace. The Prime Minister expressed the view while addressing a joint press briefing after the exchanging of two instruments signed between the two sides following a delegation-level meeting with French President Emmanuel Macron at the Prime Minister's office in Dhaka today. Sheikh Hasina said France expressed its reverence and support to Bangladesh's sovereign policy independence, particularly in the context of the ongoing geopolitical stability and economic uncertainty. The cornerstone of this new relationship is based on the constitutional and democratic continuity, development and good governance in Bangladesh over the past 1.5 decades, she added. Sheikh Hasina said France has expressed its satisfaction with the responsible and committed activities of the government of Bangladesh in protecting the fundamental and human rights of its people. The confidence of the French government in the spectacular and consistent progress of the Bangladesh's economy was greatly appreciated as well, she added. Sheikh Hasina said France reiterated its commitment to stand by her government in the implementation of Vision 2041 by continuing privileges for Bangladesh to the trade facilitation of the European Union under GSP Plus scheme. The Prime Minister mentioned that today she had fruitful discussions with President Macron on the entire spectrum bilateral matters in a very cordial setting. Sheikh Hasina said in the talks they had detailed discussions aimed at advancing the bilateral relations between the two countries and they were able to reach some consensus. The Prime Minister said, as a trusted development partner of Bangladesh, France has assured Bangladesh of its continued cooperation in infrastructure development. Besides, they expressed their interest in providing advanced and specialized technical assistance in building our strategic security infrastructure, she added. The Prime Minister said, as leading and responsible resident power of the Asia and Pacific, Bangladesh and France will act to ensure geopolitical stability of the region. Sheikh Hasina said Bangladesh welcomes France's leadership in combating the negative effect of climate change and lauded President Macron's call for establishing a sustainable fund. In addition, there have been effective discussions with France on educational, cultural, and linguistic exchanges in the meeting, she added. The Prime Minister said today is a historic day in the bilateral relationship between France and Bangladesh, which has been evolving for more than 5 decades. The friendly ties that her father and the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, initiated in 1972 have reached a new dimension, she added. Sheikh Hasina wished for the further prosperity of the friendly relations between the two countries. Earlier, two instruments were signed between the two countries to ensure mutual cooperation. Meanwhile, the French President Emmanuel Macron visited the Bangabandhu Memorial Museum at Dhanmondi 32 in the capital this morning. He paid tribute to the portrait of Bangabandhu. Emmanuel Macron attended a state banquet and cultural event organized by Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in honor of the French president at Hotel Intercontinental in the capital last night. Speaking on the occasion, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina said the bilateral relations between Bangladesh and France can move to strategic engagement for the shared prosperity for all in the Indo-Pacific and beyond. At that time, the French president said, in the last few years, there has been an unprecedented economic development in Bangladesh. Bangladesh's role in combating climate change is also commendable. Finally, weather and forecast valid till 6 this evening says there are chances of rain or thunder showers with temporary southeasterly gusty or squally wind at a speed of 45 to 60 kilometers per hour over the regions of Khulna, Borishal, Patuakhali, Noakhali, Kumilla, Chattogram, Cox's Bazar, Faridpur, and Dhaka. River ports in these areas are to waste cautionary signal number 1. And that's the end of this news. Our next bulletin will be at 2 this afternoon in Bangla.